Hi guys, I just want to share with you the reasons behind me wanting to start a YouTube channel. I felt like one-on-one coaching is honestly amazing and I love working with people, but I wanted to build a community where we could sort of reach health goals together. I could interact with lots of different types of people and to share whatever I've learned while studying to be a health coach. But what I've noticed is that when people are trying to reach their health goals, there seems to be sort of a very important thing you need to do first. So whether you're trying to lose weight or fall pregnant or build more confidence at work, there's one thing you need to do before you start to make goals and try and achieve them. You need to realize that you are enough, that you are good enough, that you are worthy of love exactly how you are. Not in a few years' time once you've lost weight, or next year when you get that promotion or buy that car. It's about now. It's about realizing that you are absolutely worthy of love and respect right now as you currently are. And like I say, this goes for everyone. This goes for whatever your goals are. This is the most important thing for you to learn. So now maybe you're thinking of switching off and you've listened to enough and this doesn't apply to you. I encourage you to just listen further because there's different grades of this. And I've come across this when I've been coaching people one-on-one. I have met some absolutely beautiful people inside and out. People that you would look at and say, wow, I want to be just like that person. And for them, they do not feel they're good enough for whatever reason. And that whole belief system they have is holding them back. And they are not overweight and they are not earning money, but they have a reason that they just don't think they're good enough. So in this video, I want to show you how you can figure out where you are in the spectrum and tiny little things you can do just to help strengthen your self-compassion and help you realize that you are indeed enough. Because it's all very well me saying, oh, you must believe you're enough, but how do you actually go about doing that? So the first thing you need to do is you need to acknowledge if you do indeed have this I am not enough mentality. So you'll see in the comments below, I've put a link that will take you to a really straightforward quiz. It's about 10 questions long. Do the quiz and see what your results are. See where you are on the whole self-compassion, self-esteem spectrum, and then come back to the video or save the quiz for later after the video and see where you are. But more than likely, we're all a little bit on that spectrum. There's just different degrees of it. So if you are someone that you really have negative self-talk, so your inner critic is telling you you are not good enough. You might see a situation that goes wrong. So maybe you drop the ball at work or something's gone wrong in a relationship you're in. Someone with very negative self-talk will just straight away attack themselves as a person. So they'll say things like, I'm stupid, oh, I'm such a moron, I can't do anything right. It's because of who I am that happened. And it's an immediate attack on themselves, not the situation. What you should be doing is if something goes wrong, you analyze the situation, not you as a person and your personality. The situation is you missed a deadline at work. So instead of saying, I'm a terrible person, I'm never going to get this right, I'm so stupid, you can say, well, that wasn't great that I missed that deadline. Let me look at why I missed it. Is it a project I don't really care about? Maybe I need to put more effort in. Have I been really overwhelmed in the last week? So look at the situation, not you as a person, and bring your whole character down. So that's very important. And everyone can do this. As soon as you see yourself putting yourself down and judging your absolute character, stop yourself and try and reframe it and say, okay, what about the situation didn't go well? What can I change? So you see, it's a simple thing, but it's going to make a huge difference. So not everyone is having very deep negative self-talk about themselves, but maybe you're a little bit stuck. So you've got a goal and you're just not getting there. You're just not reaching that goal. You'll start something and you'll fall off the bandwagon, and you don't carry through with the plan. Comes all together around how you think of yourself. It's a deep, deep belief in how good enough you think you are. So if you're someone that maybe suffers from perfectionism or analysis paralysis or fear of failure, if you've heard those terms and you sort of resonate with those terms, that is another form of not believing you're enough. And how it translates is, well, if I don't do this thing perfectly, then I'm going to have some negative feedback, and it's going to reinforce what I was thinking all along, that I'm not good enough. So you can see how you get there in literally one sentence. So you land up not doing things and following through with things because of the fear of strengthening this thought you have that you're not good enough. And how you get around that is you say, well, everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Absolutely. There's not one person that doesn't have weaknesses. I too have weaknesses. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Everyone has them. We're going to play to your strengths. So just look at the positives you have. And by focusing on your positives and kind of realizing, well, I'm going to put something out there and it may not be perfect, but next time maybe I can do better. If you can jump over that hurdle and just kickstart, you'll be able to get the ball rolling and you'll feel more confidence. So if you're in this category, I encourage you to try and find the source of where your I'm not good enough came from. So you might find that currently, as an adult, you are surrounded by loving people. You have a husband and wife, you have kids, or maybe not. Maybe you just have a really nice family and friends, and you can't actively think of anyone really pushing you down and saying ugly things to you right now. But somehow you still don't feel good enough, or you're so scared of things, or you're scared to put yourself out there. Try and see from your childhood or your earlier years, could there have been something from then that has given you the I'm not good enough? So I'll share my personal story with this. Currently, I have an amazing husband that on a daily basis says to me, you're so beautiful, I love you. My family is really encouraging. I can't really say that I have negative people in my life that are pushing me down. But for the longest time, if anyone complimented me on my hair, I would just cringe inside. To my core, I would just cringe. And it took me a long time to realize, and a few hours of meditation, to see that when I was a child, I was really severely bullied for having flaming red hair, being short, and having freckles. Because as a kid, all you want to do is fit in, right? You don't want to be the kid that looks so different to everyone else. So in my mind, my I'm not good enough came from being bullied as a little girl, and I was bullied by girls. So even as an adult now, and I might be pretty now, and my hair, I'm told on almost a daily basis, it's so nice, it stuck with me. And it made me feel really awkward. And if anyone said to me, oh, imagine if you had children and they had this red hair, I immediately feel, no, that would be the worst thing for a child to have, especially if you were a kid from the 80s or 90s. Maybe now it's a bit more accepted. But the point of what I'm saying is me having that realization that that's what was holding me back, that it was a bunch of 9-10-year-old girls bullying me, and figuring that out, it no longer has power over me, because 9-10-year-old girls also have their own problems and their own drama. And I'm not a 9-10-year-old girl anymore. I'm an attractive woman with flaming red hair. So I can let go of that I'm not good enough. I can release it. And what that has done for me is that I'm way more confident making videos, putting myself out there, standing up and speaking in front of people. Because if someone says something negative to me now, I'm far likelier to brush it off It's not a big deal. They're not criticizing me to my core because I'm good enough. And that's the whole point. So when we talk about building your confidence, improving your self-esteem, things like actively taking part in self-care, and self-care is running bubble baths and doing yoga and eating well. Or self-care is also making boundaries and not always putting everyone ahead of you. That's all part of feeling good enough. It's a massive, massive subject that encompasses so many things. As soon as you can make peace with the fact that currently, right now, you are good enough, you'll be able to see the world in a different light. People will react differently to you. People will see it the second you start with this. The second you walk around with a I'm good enough sort of confidence, people will respond. All of a sudden, you will have more people talking to you. They will approach you differently because it is infectious. You are good enough to start making changes. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can start changing your diet right now, and you will stick to it as soon as you realize you are worthy of your time. You are worthy of your passion. You have amazing possibilities and you have strengths. Start by writing down all the good things you have. Even if you have one or two, it doesn't matter how silly it is. It could be, I have great eyelashes, or it could be, I am such a people person. I have empathy. I listen well. It doesn't matter what it is. Find one or two things about yourself that you can honestly say, this is my strength, and hang on to it. Repeat it every day. Just find a reason to give yourself that you are saying, I am enough. I am good enough. Good enough will become, I am great. Great will be, I am lovable. And that just means everyone will come. Everyone will see it. Everyone will play into it. And you will reach so many goals. And then all the videos I share on all the goals we're going to reach together, you are going to have the confidence that I'm also talking to you and you are included in this journey and we can do this together. So please, guys, share this video, like it, please subscribe if you haven't, because the more I share, I want you to see the videos as they come up. And I want to just get this word out because it comes up with every client that I'm coaching one-on-one. This is the beginning. This is where you start. These are things that are absolutely crucial to your development in making any goal come true. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.